In this introduction to religion, I would like to introduce to you what is religion, why study it, how it may have started, and what is the future of religion. The word religion means to bind, but to bind to what? Generally, it means to connect one to something sacred. This can be a god, a goddess, a higher stage of consciousness, or even nature itself. Religion, therefore, is not defined as a belief in God per se, but in something transcending the profane. The scholar of religion, Ninian Smart, describes religion as a seven-dimensional organism. As an organism, it is alive and evolving. The seven dimensions refer to the seven aspects that all religions seem to have. All religions have myths, or sacred stories, like creation stories, or stories about their teacher, and most are filled with deep symbolism. All religions have rituals, or activities that connect one with the sacred, such as chants, services, meditations. All religions have an ethical system of some kind. All religions have doctrines or beliefs. All religions have an experiential dimension, where one might feel or experience a sense of sacredness. All religions have a social aspect. And finally, all religions have a material dimension, such as artifacts, temples, holy books, etc. Why should we study religion? The obvious answer is that we live in a pluralistic society, and so studying religion is in a way learning about our neighbor. The more we understand each other, the better society we can create. Also, studying religions academically, whether one's own religion or outside of one's own, can give one a new, interesting perspective. When studying religion academically, what is the best method to use? The antipathy view of Marx or Freud, or the sympathy view of theologians, where one might hold a particular religion as true and the others as not, is not the method advocated in religious studies. Instead, one should study religion with empathy, otherwise called phenomenology, and that is stepping into the shoes of another to understand another's worldviews. Next, the scholar should conduct socio-historical analysis of the religious beliefs to understand how these religious views developed historically in a material context. Thus, to summarize simply, one needs to first understand the ideas and then employ the second method of historical analysis. An important question to ask in this field is, how did religion start in the first place? Though controversial for the religious-minded, who often argue that religion has a divine source, scholars of religion entertain a variety of theories of how religion started, from the anthropological theories that religion began out of early humans' misunderstanding of dreams or out of animism, to a Freudian take that religion springs from humans' unresolved sexual issues. Sociologists like Durkheim argue that religion was created out of the primal need for social order or a drive for meaning. Marx, from an economic perspective, looks at religion as a means to control the masses, generally for economic gain. One of the more fascinating takes on religion and how it started comes from the field of biology. Religion, some biologists claim, arose out of evolution. That is, early human beings that developed what is called spirit genes over 30,000 years ago had an evolutionary advantage over those who did not. With a genetic propensity to be religious-minded, meaning and hope may be found in an otherwise meaningless and cruel world of nature. Any advantage of survival was enough for religion to flourish. Our final question is, what is the future of religion? Is our society to become more secular and religion to die, as Nietzsche predicted? Is God or religion dead? Interestingly, scholars of religion point out that secularism is growing, but as it grows, religious fervor is also on the increase in response to it. Thus, secularism seems to fuel religious growth. The less religious we become, ironically, the more religious we become. New religious movements, sometimes called cults but meant in a very benign, neutral way, are on the rise as conservative religious movements as well. So the religious scene, especially in America, is an interesting mix of secularism, new religions, and more conservative ones. Humans, perhaps due to evolution, have a religious nature. We are meaning-seeking creatures, whether we find meaning in a God image, in meditation, in the stars, or in experiencing the oneness with the ocean while surfing. Somehow we will find meaning, and religion in some form most likely will prevail. Namaste.